Now, I don't know if you guys have had the chance to listen to the new Beatles song Now and Then, which came out a couple of weeks ago, but if you have, what did you think about the song itself, the use of AI in the song, and while we're on the topic of AI, do you think AI will be used in music a lot going forward?
So now and then I have complicated feelings about it. I think I should say that like now and then to me is like it's like a piece of contemporary art. It's like a piece of conceptual art to me, where on a purely aesthetic level, I don't really resonate with it at all. But that doesn't mean that I don't like it necessarily. There are certain parts of what it represents that I like. I think it's really cool that that we as Beatles fans have an opportunity to hear all four of them together on something. I think that's a decent approximation of what it might have sounded like had they all been in the same room at the same time. I actually don't necessarily have an issue with the use of AI in this context, because really all they were doing was extracting John's voice from the piano in the original demo recording, which, I'm so grateful that we have that, especially on the Get Back documentary, especially in some of the remixes that have now been released of the original 4-track recordings where we can hear them in stereo with the drums and the vocals in the middle, I'm fine with that. What I'm actually not, what crosses into the uncanny valley for me is the music video for Now and Then, which places all four Beatles on screen at the same time, but at different ages. And you have George sort of winking cheekily in a Sgt. Pepper's outfit while you have 80-year-old Paul standing next to him playing bass. And that just kind of gives me the ick in a way that's difficult to describe. But yeah, I mean, I don't care for the song aesthetically. I think the original demo is beautiful. It sounds like an unfinished song, and I think that part of the recording quality of the demo suits the mood incredibly well. It's very melancholy, and I love the demo. I love the original composition, but what they did with it, it just really sounds like a lot of 90s Jeff Lynne. It's absolutely brick-walled, just to hell. Like, it's so loud and it's so in your face that it doesn't sound at all like any of the earlier Beatles catalog. Hearing the young voices try and blend with the old voices is really just feels like a reminder of mortality to me than anything. And and then there's the ethical question of, that's not even AI related. It's the ethical question of, they could have never had John's permission, to do that with that song. And even George, who worked on it in the 90s, he didn't sign off on the final version. It's in a similar vein of, putting holographic Tupac on stage at Coachella. It's just like, I don't know, man. Just like putting somebody's name on artwork that's changed and then released posthumously is very fraught moral territory for me. And so, yeah, I don't know. I mean, so I think it's a successful piece of art in that I'm going to be thinking about it a lot, but it's not a successful piece of art to me just from an aesthetic standpoint. I don't care for it. I don't care for the final product. So that's how I feel about it.